All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Let's go, let's go! Where's the set? 19!
Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 70 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kamale Correa drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here's Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on, no. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike, 54.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
To throw is Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction, Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Watson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. $15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 15 running. Check. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Come on. Check, Mike, 54. Mike,
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Airing one out for Crowder. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He'll take it at the 42. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Watson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Pass pass incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go on 4th. Watson, a hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
40 is attack.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, 27 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28.
Hey, 31. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Nice, sweetheart.
Again, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before the break. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jackson, options out left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Stop your whining. 36.
2nd down, this is Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Buddy up. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is, can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit, because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Check 25.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. On the catch, it's Crowder. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Yeah, let's get a sack line.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He uncorks it and got his man complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson, option right. A pitch back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, let's get there. Zoom, zoom. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go.
On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Jackson, options out left. He pitches it out. Oh, nice move. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that cuts this lead down to 13. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead.
40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
My 40. Time to go, night. 40's mine. 40's mine.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, Watson. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Buying time to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run again with Breida. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Willie Snead all alone. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 71 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Miller. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We own
going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.